Hi guys, welcome back. This June we are getting hot for summer and we are kicking things off with this Bangin booty workout that involves a little bit of cardio. So you will need a couple of pieces of equipment for this one. You need an ankle weight, though of course you could do it without. You also will need a circle band and a chair or something for a little bit of balance. So if you are ready, let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back. I love filming a series, and that's what we're starting with today. So this is going to carry us through the end of June. We are getting hot for summer, so we're going to be targeting a different part of the body each week for 4 weeks, and we are starting things off with the booty. We're starting it off with like the mother of it all, really. So the way this is going to work, the Monday workout is going to involve some degree of cardio. It's probably going to be more of a standing workout, potentially more bar based, as is the case today, plus a bit of cardio. And then the workout that's coming your way on Thursday is going to be completely down on the mat, and that's going to be more of the fine toning. So in theory, you could pair the two things together for your complete workout. You'd have your standing and cardio and then finish with the fine toning, but you can do it however you want to do it. It is up to you. So if you want to see this whole series, of course, hit that subscribe button to come back. Also down below in the description box, I will have the link to my Instagram where you can find all sorts of other stuff. So fitness, nutrition, hormone balance, all the things. So go take a look at that and follow. And then I will also have the link for my shop where you can pick up a copy of my 28-day workout program, the Hustle and Flow Guide. That is just downloadable. Once you downloaded that, you have it forever. So you can do it month after month after month. There is a lot of variety in there, so I don't think you'll get bored. I've done it a lot. And just so you are aware, after these June workouts, I will be taking a break for the summer to actually do that program because I want to do that program again, just as a nice little reset. So that could be a great time for you to pick up that program to carry you through the summer of workouts. All right, we are going to get started here though. So starting nice and easy with a warm up. It's just going to be 4 different exercises. We'll do 30 seconds of each, just starting with a classic squat. So feet wide, toes tracking forward. We start in 3, 2, 1. So sit back into your squat. Make sure that you are always engaging the glutes as you squat. So the way you're gonna do that, first of all, make sure you're pushing far enough back so that weight is in the heels. Sometimes I'll actively lift my toes a little bit to find that. And then imagine that you're holding some kind of piece of paper in your butt. I like to think of it as money. I'm holding a 500 euro note just because that's something that I would really try my hardest to not drop. All right, last one there. And then you're gonna go from that squat position and then just take a little dive forward. So it's gonna be a squat. We straighten the legs more or less, push hips back though, and get that nice stretch through the backs of the legs. So squat and bow. Keeping navel pulling in tight. That's the other thing that helps activate the glutes, keeping abs tight, because if they're not supporting from the front, makes it harder for the glutes. Last one there, and then all the way up to standing. We're just gonna step right leg back, keep the weight forward, push that back leg long, push through the heel, and bring it forward. Other side, arms just reaching up. So make sure toes are tracking straight forward here. And like I say, push back through the heel. So the leg that's stepping back is going to be straight. We're getting a big stretch. Do one more on either side. Last one here. And then feet hip distance apart. You're just going to touch toes, so bend the knees as much as you need to do that. Heels lift at the top and reach and reach. So touch, reach. Little bit more cardio-esque. Make sure you're squeezing butt, squeezing abs at the top, chest slightly forward of navel so that we're not getting that like hollow back. We're not using the back. One more. And there we go. All right, we're ready to get started. So for us to get started, 2 little fun things. Got the ankle weight, we got a band. So we're gonna start with ankle weight around the right ankle. No, let's start around the left. Change my mind. Start with that ankle weight around the left ankle. Get nice and tight. You can also, of course, do this without an ankle weight. So don't feel like you can't participate if you don't have an ankle weight. It's just gonna add a little something. And then circle band is gonna come just a little bit above the knees. There we go, we're all set. All right, pull up to your chair / bar. You're gonna take a little tilt forward from the hips here, have a bend in both knees. We're lifting up that left leg and we're gonna start with a donkey kick. So it's just gonna be extension back. Make sure that you are doing a full extension there. So it's not just like, it's not a lift, right? It's both a lift and an extension. So we're aiming at high. We've got 1 minute of these, starting in 3, 2, 1. So push, bring it in. At the same time, I want you to think of trying to keep that right hip pushing into center. Because what will happen, right, with the weight on that right side is that it's going to want to like swing out to the right. It's going to want to dip out that way. So really think of pushing from the right side into center to keep it centered. Abs tight, shoulders back and down, so chest is open. So far, I feel like not too bad, but we got 6 minutes total on this side. Not just doing this, obviously, but 6 minutes total, so 6 different exercises. Back to back, to back, to back, to back, to back. 6 of them. All right, couple more here. I'm gonna keep this next one long, keep the knee straight. We're gonna touch toes to floor, and you're just gonna do a lift, lift, and down. So 1, 2, and down. Like I say, that left knee is straight here. No bend in the left knee, do not cheat it. Don't turn the hip out, so toes will be tracking straight down to the floor, and we're still trying to push that right hip into center. So you're gonna feel a lot of burn probably on that supporting side right now, because there is a lot of weight in it. The more you push it into center, the more we'll kind of shift the energy. Whew, hand left is getting tired. But really good shaping series. I went all out, you know what? I figured go big or go home. Summer's coming. So last full month of filming for me until autumn. All right, last one there. Bring it back in. We're gonna repeat, same thing, but on a diagonal. So you're gonna extend, bring it in. Push on a diagonal, bring it in. Even more so now, you've gotta think from that right side. So if you're thinking kind of like the rear corner on the right side, you wanna kind of push that over to the front corner on the left. So if you're imagining yourself like in a box, back right, you're pushing over toward front left. That's how we're going to get the hips where they ought to be. Can you believe we're not even halfway done on this side? Like I said, 6 minutes here. But we're almost finished with these like lifts. Whew. I don't know if that is good news, because what comes after the lifts? Well, we're gonna find out. One more here, we're gonna keep it long on that diagonal, legs straight, lift, lift, lower, lift, lift, lower, squeeze, squeeze. So squeezing all the way from the corner. Again, no bend in the knee, don't cheat it, push long through that heel. So we're doing this with a flexed foot, which just engages a little bit more of the back of the leg. Gets a little bit more hamstring, your butt shelf. So we want to activate that at the same time. Hoo-wee. You know what? Once we're done with this one, I'll feel good though. To be fair, once we're done with the bar portion and we're into cardio, I'm a person who feels like cardio is almost always a little bit easier. I guess it depends like what your strengths are. Last one there. All right, now I want you to come back in, lift both heels here. We're gonna keep right heel up. You're just gonna tap back the left, bring it in. So it's a touch back and in, keeping that right heel lifted. Slight tilt forward. Ooh, I really feel it in that right side, that supporting side. It's not gonna be fun when that switches over to my non-dominant, but let's not even think about that now. Let's be present in this moment. Keep squeezing abs tight. After this one, we just have one more thing on this side, and then we get to do this entire extravaganza. On the other side, hey, hey-o. That'll be fun. And then we're into our cardio. Which, spoiler alert, the first round of cardio, we're gonna use the circle band on. All right, one more here. You're gonna keep it back. I want you to shift weight back so you're equal between both legs. Put a little bend in both knees, and we're just gonna pulse it here. Front heel's lifted. Hips are even. So again, you're gonna have to think of kind of tucking that right side under so that it doesn't go over to the right. You can also think of that as like lifting your left hip a little bit, or whichever leg is going behind. In this case, it's left. So you can think of it two ways. I do like to think of it as a tuck under because that's really what's happening. And in terms of the muscle activation, that's what's really gonna help to bring it into that glute. Make sure back toes are pointing forward, shoulders back and down. We are nearly there on this side. Last 10 seconds. Find that little shake, stay with it. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're done. We're done with that side. So we're just gonna shift this party over to the other side. So band can stay where it is, but we will move, of course, whoop, that ankle weight. I hate that sound more than any sound in the world, Velcro. Is anybody with me? It makes my jaw like hurt hearing the sound of a Velcro. Anyway, that's why I try to do it fast. All right, so we're starting with just that rear donkey kick. So setting up again here, knees a little bit bent, we'll push back, bring it in. This is gonna be a hard one because it's the second side. Everything already worked, but we're on in 3, 2, 1. I could already feel just on that very first demonstration. So all the way along through the heel, find a pause in it. We want to show that position. So don't just think like, ooh, it's like a weird kind of like kick from the knee and then back in. Slow these down, control them, find that resistance the whole way through. If you've got not the best band ever like mine, you might need to periodically adjust it. I feel like I need to send it back down a little bit. Yep. If you have more of the like fabric-y bands, they do tend to stay in place a lot better. They tend to be a lot more resistant as well. There's just less give in them. So I feel like it's kind of a double-edged sword because sometimes they're a little bit too resistant, but they stay in place better and they don't like stretch out in the way these ones do. So they probably last a lot longer, to be fair. One more here, keep that leg straight, toes down. We do a lift, lift, and down. Oh my God, lift, lift, and down. How are we feeling right now? Week 1, workout 1. I think it's kind of fun too, because if I do this Hot for Summer series in June, which I also did last year, though last year it was only once per week, so you can check that one out as well. But yeah, if I do this series in June, and then I do All I Want for Christmas in December, we have those 2 little points in the year, exactly 6 months apart. We get to do a big jamboree series. Also, now that we are like coming in closer to Christmas, who's getting excited? I am. That's where I am right now. Last one here, and then we repeat to the diagonal. So extend, bring it in, pushing that left side toward the front right corner if you're in a box. Yeah, haven't even started summer. I'm like, is it Christmas yet? Is it Christmas? To be fair, we put up decorations at the start of November, so I'm like, we're over halfway there. We are over halfway there. Like Christmas Day, whenever I say Christmas, I never mean Christmas Day, because Christmas Day is the end of Christmas. That's not even true in Spain because we carry on till January 6th. But like, I didn't grow up with that. So that's like it's not really like, I feel like you can't just suddenly like really get into holidays that you don't have the like nostalgia for. So I'm like, cool, yeah, let's extend the Christmas season, but it doesn't have the same like meaning for me. So I do always get a little bit heartbroken on Christmas Day because it is the end. Last one there, keep it straight, 1, 2, and down on that diagonal. So yeah, when I say Christmas, I mean like November, December, the lead up to Christmas, the best time of the year. I also really love autumn though, like that whole, all of it, yeah. January through June to me is like, not my favorite. Summer is like fun if I'm on vacation. I don't like working during the summer because it's so hot. And like, the hot summer is fun if you're just like at the beach on vacation or like you've gone somewhere cooler and you have time off to relax and like take long naps during the day. But working during the summer, no, it's not the one. So yeah, summer, fine, vacation, and then September, then I come alive. Last one here, bring it in. All right, pop up both heels. We're touching back and in, right leg goes back. All right, we're nearly there now. Keep squeezing that left glute tight, tucking it under. But yeah, is anybody with me? Are we just more like autumn people? Autumn, winter. Like I even don't mind winter. This is such a switch because if you had told me that I would feel this way like 3 or 4 years ago, I would have been like, you're crazy. Only summer, always summer. And I'm like, no, autumn, winter. Like even post New Year's, I still kind of enjoy winter because we're just like cooking lots of like cozy things at home. We have a tradition, which we've done for 2 years now, where from the start of the year, so it carries us through January and February, we watch one Harry Potter movie per weekend. Step back, keep the feet apart, and we're pulsing it down here. So knees bent, weight is equal between both legs. Keep tucking the left underneath, so hips stay even. But yeah, so we watch one Harry Potter movie per weekend. So that's 8 weekends worth. And with that Harry Potter movie, we must cook a new recipe every weekend. So that's quite exciting because it gets you out of that like meal rut. It's like something to look forward to. I prefer autumn and winter eating because I just enjoy like roasted vegetables, soups, stews, like baked warm stuff. I very much prefer like warm foods. So yeah, I'm a fan. That carries us through the winter and I enjoy it. So yeah, I don't know. I used to be more of a spring person. Don't know what happened. Here's 3, 2, 1. All right, we did it. Oh, that didn't feel so bad actually. Okay, ankle weight. Oh God, I hate it. I hate it so much. Ankle weight can come off. We are, however, as I said, keeping the band on. Sorry about that. Okay, ankle weight off to the side though. You can also move your chair out of the way. I might just keep it here just so I can use that for the timer. And the way we're gonna do this cardio is as a tabata, okay? So if you are not familiar with tabatas, there are lots of ways you can do it. The way that we're gonna be doing it today is 2 different cardio exercises, and we're gonna be repeating those back to back for 4 rounds. We do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So it'll be 4 minutes total of those 2 exercises. And then we'll switch and do 2 more. So we're only doing 2 tabatas. It's not too bad. Our first tabata, your first 2 exercises, we're gonna do a squat jump with that band. So we're down, jump, land wide. Make sure you're not letting that band, pull your knees together. You have the power there. Push open from the tops of the legs. Squat jump, and then the second one is going to be a jack. So classic jack. Well, classic plus the band. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, just follow me. Starting with that squat jump in 3, 2, 1. Booyah. So landing back in the squat, rolling heels back down, pushing butt back. So get low in these squats. That's what's gonna launch you up nice and big in the jump. And that's what we want. A few more seconds here. Last one. Ooh, 10 seconds of rest. What a great time. 20 seconds on is not that long on, but 10 seconds rest. All right, 3, 2, 1, we jack. We jack it. Again, really push from the tops of the legs so that you're getting that band open. Big with the arms here as well. Chest lifted. Here's 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds of rest. See, so that's one round down. 3 more, just the same. So back to our squat jumps in 3, 2, 1. The thing that I like about tabatas is that because the intervals are so short, so quick, you don't have time to think. So you don't have time to think, oh, I can't do it, I'm tired. It's just go. Last one here. 10 seconds of rest. Stay moving. Do not sit down. Don't try to get into water break at this point. Jacks in 3, 2, 1. We're not extending those breaks. We're taking the 10 seconds they're given to us and we're moving through this. It goes by fast. And that's what I like about tabatas. If you're really like cardio averse, a little breather, I honestly feel like tabatas are the way to go. Call me crazy. All right, squat jumps. Here we go. Because yeah, you only have to deal with short intervals and there's no time to think about it. Don't cheat those squats. Last one here. Back to those jacks in just a few seconds. And I'll have one more round of these two things. 3, 2, 1, jacks. I would say the worst of it's over though. I always think the strength portion is the harder portion because it really gives you that burn. This is just endurance. Here's 3, 2, 1. Really depends what your strengths are, what you find it easier to train. I don't struggle too much with endurance. All right, squat jumps, here we go. And like cardio endurance, I tend to be pretty okay with, but as something that is trained. I also tend to notice a difference in my cardio ability coming back after summer. Last one here, not because I haven't been doing cardio, but because I haven't been doing cardio while instructing at the same time, which is different. All right, last round of jacks. Because obviously, I'm talking you guys through while I do the cardio myself. Same thing when I do my in-person cardio bar class. I do a couple other cardio things during the week. So yeah, that is a skill I've trained. Last one there, slightly longer breather. And I'm always reminded of like the story of how Beyonce's dad would help her train by having her sing while running on the treadmill. So it is good. It is good for training. So yeah, I mean, if you wanted to like work on that, I suppose you could like go do cardio with a friend, try to have a conversation at the same time. It's really winding when you start doing it, but when you get used to it, not so bad. All right, good news is that we are taking off the band for the second tabata. So 2 new exercises here. We're gonna do a little arabesque pop, and then, well, let me show you this one first. I'm gonna move this over to the side. I don't know why, I just prefer facing this direction for these ones. So we're gonna start on the left leg. Right leg is going to extend long. We find a balance, we jump it through. We extend, we jump through. So rounds 1 and 3 will be totally on the left side. Rounds 2 and 4 will be on the right leg. Then our second exercise is gonna be a squat pop and 4 high knees. So we're wide here, pop together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Land both feet down before you go back to that pop, or back to the squat. Because if you try to go from here, it's chaos. So both feet will touch down, you jump back up to the squat. All right, we start though with that arabesque pop on the left leg. In 3, 2, 1. So here we go. Right leg goes long, jump it through. Whew. It's hard to find the balance right now if you're a bit shaky. Think long through both sides of the back. Don't look around because the head will throw you off. And just avoid touching down to the floor. You'll find that you can kind of wiggle around there. Last one here. It might not be beautiful. That was not all beautiful what I just did, but I didn't touch down. All right, coming into your squat in 3, 2, 1. So we jump together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Land feet, go wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees coming up high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and bouncy. We still have big energy here all the way through. And breather. All right, so that arabesque pop. Now we switch legs. Right leg is on the floor, left leg going long in 3, 2, 1. So extend, jump. So yeah, you'll find, you might be moving around all over the place. You might be real wiggly. I don't care how beautiful these look. I really don't. We're just going for it. We're going quick. Last one here. And we're finding it. We're just finding that balance. We're back to that squat pop with the high knees in a few seconds. All right, set up in your squat. Here we go. Together, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wide. This is actually kind of giving me life right now. It's a good little wake up. All right, a little breather. So that's a halfway point for these ones, which means round 3, we're back onto the left leg supporting. In 3, 2, 1. Right leg goes long, hop it through. Go big with that hop. I use the arms to help as well. Gives a little more power. I will not touch that foot down. I will not. Don't give yourself the option. If the option's not there, you will find the stability. And that's what you need to do. Last one here. Otherwise, guess what? You're never gonna learn that stability work. This is how it learns. It's gotta get ugly. All right, come to your squat. Let's go, together. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one more round. After this. So don't shy away from that balance and stability. It's more kind of agility work, because that's the only way your body's gonna learn how to do it. Take a breather. So if you just keep avoiding it, it's never gonna learn. It's never gonna get better. All right, last round here. We're on the right leg in 3, 2, 1. Left leg long, jump. And you might be amazed when you don't even give yourself the option to tap out of it. You might be amazed how much you can actually do. Last one here. All right, it's our final round of that squat, pop, and high knees. Final round in 3, 2, 1. Here it is. Keep these just as energetic as the first rounds. Actually, no, more. Let's go more energetic, because we don't even need to keep any more gas in the tank. Last one there. There we go. Stay moving. Do not sit down. You can take some small sips of water here. Take some nice deep breaths. So inhale, exhale. Helps bring the heart rate down. So a good test of your cardio capacity is that you should be able to bring it up high, bring the heart rate up high, and then drop it back down fast. If it's taking you a long time for your heart rate to come back down after you've done cardio, so right now, you know that you need to be training it more because you should not be staying at that elevated place. And again, I do find my cardio capacity is increased when I'm having to talk through cardio. So could be an option, but I mean, either way, just do more cardio. And this kind of training where it's like on, off really helps it most because we're doing that high, low, high, low, high, low versus like steady state. It's not gonna train it in the same way. All right, let's stretch it out here. So feet about hip distance apart. I want you to inhale, reach arms up overhead. Exhale, take a forward fold. Just keeping knees straight there. Let the head just hang. We'll just pedal out the legs. But yeah, it shouldn't take you long at all. You might still be sweaty, but it shouldn't take you long at all for the heart rate to go back down and you to go about your life. All right, bend both knees, slowly roll up to standing. Let's cross one ankle over opposite knee. We're gonna sit down into it. So just think about that. Bear that in mind. Extend it out, heel down, toes up. And also, if you are a lady who has not already gone through menopause, you might have already gone through menopause, and if that's the case, you can do cardio any time of the month. Other side here, cross it over. If you are a lady who has not yet gone through menopause, so you still have a monthly cycle, you really want to save this more like high intensity cardio for the middle of your cycle. You don't want to be doing this right before your period arrives. You don't want to be doing it on your period either. I know sometimes we think, so heel down, toe up, hamstring stretch, we think that like, oh, but if I push myself through when like my body really doesn't feel like it, like that'll be the thing. That's what I need to do. And sometimes that's the case. Other times it's not. And it's not the case when you're coming up to the end of your cycle. So give the hips just a little shake out here. But you can find all of that in my 28-day workout program. So that is a cycle synced guide. So it has exactly the right workouts for you to do at each stage of your cycle. And it has quite easy instructions to follow to get started if you don't know where you are in your cycle or if you don't have a regular cycle. Works for all of that. But yeah, that's us done with this one. I've got a sweat. I hope you do too. If you're feeling sweaty right now, hit that like button down below because we like to sweat. While you're there, be sure to be subscribed to catch the rest of this series going through the end of June so you can have like the complete hot for summer workout. And then let me know down below in the comments what you're excited to see more of, what you're excited for this summer. If you think Christmas is actually the best time of the year, let me know any of that down below. But I will see you guys back here soon. Bye!